And welcome here how your body is breathing you. No force, no pressure to make this different anywhere during the practice. And we get to remember here that there's no wrong way to do this. So with a gentle tenderness, with an ease that we lose sometimes in the day-to-day busyness, allow yourself to return over and over, again and again, to this gentle experience of resting, of witnessing the way everything unfolds for you in practice. And you might bring attention here to any flavors lingering in the mouth, any scent that you notice in the nose. You might feel out to the edges of your skin and notice the coolness of the air where it touches your cheek. Maybe the warmth or texture from your clothing or the blanket covering you. And we'll begin to gently gather the sounds that you witness in the space where you are. You'll witness the sound of my voice making its way to you. You might hear the wind chimes here as the wind moves through. And welcome the sounds outside your space, maybe traffic, maybe nature. And for the rest of practice, just let sound make its way to you. No force, no pressure here, just a gentle, tender experience of witnessing sound as it makes its way to you. And we'll gently draw awareness to the eyes. You may feel the muscles at the back of both eyes gently soften. You might notice your inner sight. Those are the images that we've all collected throughout our life's experiences. And these images attach onto our thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and ideas. And we may follow along with these stories or these senses individually. But ultimately, the invitation over and over, again and again, is to notice whatever you might start to wander off with, to welcome it just as it is, and to return to resting. And so in the moment here, allow the external experiences to continue, yet awareness itself turns to witness the inner experience without force, without pressure. There's no wrong way to be here, so we continually welcome ourselves just as we are, right here in this breath, in this moment, resting, softening, and releasing. And you might welcome here your intention for practicing today. You might think back to when you decided to take the time to practice today. What in the moment drew you to create this time, to take this space for yourself? And maybe there's an intention with that. If something comes to you, just quietly repeat it to yourself a few times. If nothing comes, just rest here. And from here, we can expand on this idea of our intention to welcome our heart's deepest mission or desire. And maybe this is something you most deeply want for yourself, maybe for someone else, maybe for the world around you. And it may feel as if it's way off into the future. So instead of waiting for that future to arrive, what would it feel like right now in your body if your heart's deepest mission or desire were true? And by bringing it into the present tense, we take the thought out of the mind and feel it in the body, calling that felt sense, calling it the experience of the body, feeling. To welcome the felt sense of your heart's deepest mission or desire if it were true right now. And we'll place that off to the side and re-engage it towards the end of practice. We'll re-engage all of our senses to build our inner resource, a felt sense of a place or an experience where you feel deeply secure. Maybe a place in nature, maybe where you are in a secure, sacred space right now. Our inner resource is when the body feels comfortable. There's a sense of peace. There's a sense of ease in thinking mind. And we'll build it with each of our senses. So maybe if a vista or your favorite place in your mind comes to you, what are the colors that you notice there? Are there shapes and textures, maybe movements within those colors? You might welcome light, maybe dawn or dusk, maybe a season or an angle of light. And welcome any flavors, smells that you notice. Maybe notice if there's sensation that you're aware of, maybe a texture, a temperature. And gather up the sounds that you would hear in your inner resource. Maybe they're enlivening, maybe they're soothing. Notice if the body is in motion or is it in stillness. And you may find that you're peacefully by yourself in your inner resource, no strain or pressure to be or make anything happen. Or maybe you're with your people, the one or ones that hold space for you, the ones that love you no matter what and remind you that you are loved, especially in those moments you might feel deep in the struggle of loving yourself. And welcome here anything else that you need, maybe photographs or animals or totems of some form, anything and everything that brings you a deep sense of peacefulness, not only inside, but with yourself and with your place in the world. This deepest experience of peace, comfort, and ease. And allow the whole body to radiate with this felt sense of your inner resource. And we can harness the inner resource whenever we need, especially if we feel challenged or strained in any way, in practice for the rest of the day or week. And over time, the inner resource develops more quickly and more specifically so that at a moment's notice, we can engage it, and it helps reset and settle us deeply into the present moment experience of being right here, no matter what. And I invite you now to let my voice become yours, and will guide awareness around the body, welcoming whatever we feel in each moment. And sometimes sensation feels quite vibrant. Maybe it feels like a warmth or a texture, and sometimes nothing. So remembering here, there's absolutely no wrong way to do this. And always and again, invite yourself back to resting, softening, and releasing. And so we'll glide awareness gently to the right foot, feeling whatever you notice there. Tingling, warmth, maybe the texture of the sock or the air as it touches your skin. And you might draw awareness gently to the right pinky toe, fourth toe, right middle toe, second toe, and awareness now filling the right big toe, and maybe you feel the whole right foot or maybe nothing at all. Awareness now in the sole of your left foot, welcoming whatever you notice, even if it's nothing. And awareness gathers in the left pinky toe, fourth toe, left middle toe, second toe, and welcome awareness filling the left big toe. Welcome here whatever you notice in the whole left foot. Awareness guides across the center line of your body to rest into the right calf muscle. Maybe you feel gravity, or the way the muscle releases gently to the surface supporting it. Left calf muscle. No work needed here, no force to make anything happen. So rest. right upper leg and all the muscles from knee to hip joint and glute. The whole upper right leg softening against the surface supporting it. And you may feel the whole length of your right leg from toes to hip, the whole right leg softening, releasing and letting go. Left upper leg from knee to hip. You may notice the musculature of the upper left leg releasing to the structure. And the whole left leg from toes to hip completely supported by the surface they're resting on. No work, no force needed here, just both legs deeply letting go. And you might draw awareness gently inward to the central channel of your spine. And welcome however awareness feels in the center of your spine. And we'll take this next minute together, witnessing awareness moving from base to the top of the spine through the central channel, maybe radiating in every direction, maybe just gliding along the central channel as we take this next minute together here in silence. As the whole spine settles here, you may feel outward a little bit the way the musculature of the spine rests with gravity, radiating outward even more. You may feel the muscles and the organs and the whole torso softening, gently resting back to the surface, supporting them. The whole torso here, from hips to collarbones and shoulders. The whole torso, front and back, right and left. The whole torso softening here. Gathering awareness at the notch, at the base of your throat. You may feel those muscles of the throat resting back against the structure. No tension, no holding needed there. So from practice, expression opens. And we'll glide awareness out across the right collarbone and settle gently back and slightly down into the right shoulder. And we'll glide down the upper right arm, through the elbow and down along that lower right arm to pool into the center of your right palm. And the whole right hand and fingers and fingertips radiate with sensation. And we'll take this next minute gently and allow awareness to glide from fingertips all the way back up the right arm to rest again at the notch at the base of your throat for 1 minute together here in silence. Gathering awareness at the notch at the base of your throat, will glide out along the left collarbone, resting deeply into the softening left shoulder. Maybe resting back and slightly down. And awareness glides along the upper left arm through the elbow, along the lower left arm to pool in the center of your left hand, and welcome here the way you feel sensation just as it is. Maybe nothing, maybe very small, maybe radiant in every direction. Just welcome your experience right here just as it is. And we'll take another minute here as awareness glides from fingertips all the way along the arm to rest in the left shoulder joint and the notch at the base of your throat for 1 minute together here in silence. Welcome the whole left arm, resting against the surface supporting you. Both arms deeply releasing. And we'll gather awareness gently at the back of both nasal passages. You may feel a slight broadening behind both nasal passages. You may feel that even softening and broadening across the eyebrows and the forehead. And welcome the muscles of the right eye as they deeply soften back and gently down. Left eye and all the muscles around it gently release. No holding, no force. You may allow the inner gaze to gently drop softly just below horizon. And welcome the softness of the eyelids as they rest to the shape of your eyes. Right hinge of the jaw settles back and slightly down. Left hinge of your jaw too, and you may feel the way the whole lower jaw settles back, and this spaciousness occurs between the upper and lower back teeth. No force, no pressure, just this tender softness here as the whole face rests. Welcome your whole body softening here. The whole body resting. The whole body cradled by the surface you're resting on and the earth below that. Welcome yourself right here, gently, tenderly resting. No force is needed, no pressure to make this any different. Just soften, rest, and release. And you might draw awareness here to the way thinking mind settles back even more, allowing this open, spacious awareness to radiate in every direction. As you settle deeper into this tender state of stillness, you may witness the way this open, spacious awareness radiates in every direction. And from this point of stillness, you may begin to witness breathing. The way the body is breathing you here. No work, no force needed, just witnessing the way the body is breathing for you. It knows exactly how to breathe you. So welcoming here this gentle sensation of the belly rising as the breath enters the body, gently turns into the exhale, and the belly softens as the exhale moves out. And for these next 2 minutes here, I invite you to gently witness this movement of breath. Witness breathing here as life gently breathes you for 2 minutes together here in silence. Bring awareness gently to this tender state of stillness. Thinking mind softening back as you witness breathing of life gently breathing you into being. There's no work, no force needed here, just this tender state of breathing.